All right. All right. Happy Thursday. We're going to be talking about the impact of the war in Iran on the Ocala real estate market. You know, it's interesting. The war started February 28th and has impacted gas and interest rates, and a lot of different things have been impacted. And so it is a question on whether the real estate market in Ocala has been impacted. So we're going to take a look at that today. Actually, before we get started, I'm going to share with you a little bit of a shameless plug. Then we're going to get into real business just really quick. I actually wrote a book. It's actually a memoir that is about my life and helping others and um, being an inspiration for others and coaching people and overcoming. It's about that. That's basically what all of it is. You can get this on Amazon. It's called Homeless to Home Run is the book. And you can get it on Amazon, and it will actually benefit the next 30 days. The proceeds will go to the Alzheimer's Foundation. That's something that we're doing. So anyway, so that's that. Homeless to Home Run is the book. And so enough of that. All right. So let's go to the stats, right? We're going to look at the impact of the war on the Ocala real estate market. Let's take a look. So one of the things that you may think is because interest rates have gone up over the last couple of weeks, that the real estate market has been impacted, and that would make sense. So we're going to look at it, Marion County, Ocala. Let's take a look at the charts. So we're going to let's look at last 5 years. So we're going to look at number of properties that have sold. So we're going to start there. We're going to look at by month. We're going to look at what happened last year. And last year, if we look at the data, let's look at last March, right? Last March, 944 properties sold. Last March, April, 878. So March, April were really solid months, not the best selling months, but darn close, probably third and fourth for the whole year. So March, April were really, really strong. So we're counting on having a strong March, April. In fact, we were counting on having a stronger March and April this year than last year. So if we had 944 as far as closings, let's look at how many have closed so far this month. Up to date. Now it's March 26th. It's not the whole story, right? I was really anxious to do this because, what is the impact? We're seeing sales, but is it better? Is it worse? What's the impact? We're not seeing a lot of cancellations, which is always a good thing. That's a plus. Let's get Marion County. 660 have sold so far. So we're going to have a hard time reaching the 800, 900 number, in my opinion. Now, we have a lot of closings, usually the last 1 or 2 days of the month. The last day of the month, fortunately, is actually a Monday. That's going to be, I think it's 31st, I believe. Monday or Tuesday. I forget which day. I think it's Tuesday, actually. So we still have 3 more days, right? We have Friday, we have Monday and Tuesday of next week for closings. I don't know that we're going to get to 900. So there has been a little bit of an impact for sure in the Marion County market. I think you can say that there is a little bit of an impact. But here's the question. Is the impact more the Iran war, or is it interest rates? Is it interest rates? Now, the fact that interest rates have gone up, I think, is more of an impact. But why have interest rates gone up? And I think it is related to the war. So obviously interest rates, real estate interest rates are tied to the bond. And I think, the 10-year treasury, and I think the war has had an impact on it. So I'll tell you that, long story short, the Iran war probably will have a 5 to 10% impact on number of pendings and sales due to the fact that it's impacting interest rates. Once the war ends, I think you're going to see a shift. Interestingly enough, we have not seen that shift because I am the broker of realty executives in the villages. We have not seen that shift as much, not as pronounced in the villages. So the villages has been impacted, but we're still on the plus side this year versus last year. I think we're going to be slightly on the negative side this year versus last year in Marion County, Ocala. If you have questions, there's my number. Of course, I'd like to hear your comments too. So if you have some comments or questions, you can put it in the chat and I'd be happy to help you anytime.